So here we have 19 volt. As you can see, we have V in. So 19 volt will pass through, as you can see, these capacitors. These capacitors will remove the noise in the signal, and then will goes directly to the drain of this MOSFET. As you can see here, we will get 19 volt. Okay, so the control, as you can see, the control IC will send a control signal to the drain of this MOSFET. Then the voltage will pass directly here. Here we will get 3.3 volt. Okay, so here we have 19 volt. Here we will get 3.3 volt because this MOSFET is a voltage regulator that transforms 90 volt to 3.3 volt. Then the 3.3 volt will pass directly through this inductor. So this inductor has the purpose to increase the current, and then it will pass through the current sense resistor. So the current sense resistor is a sensor. It will rectify whether the current of the 3.3 volt is enough or not. Okay, that's why, as you can see, this component is connected directly to the control IC, as you can see here. Okay, the terminals of this component, as you can see, is connected directly to the control IC. So then the 3.3 volt will go and pass through this capacitor. This capacitor will filter the current, and in order to get a continuous voltage. And here we have a diode. This diode basically has the purpose of protection. It protects the circuit. Okay, if the current is increased more than normal, it will burn out and protect the circuit. So here we will get plus 3.3 volt. The same working principle here, as you can see, for 5 volt. Here we have 19 volt. It will pass through this capacitors, then through this MOSFET. Okay, so this MOSFET will receive the control signal from the IC in its gate, and then the 5 volt will go and pass through this inductor in order to increase the current, and then through the current sense resistor in order to adjust and rectify the current, and then through this capacitor in order to filter the current and get a continuous voltage, and then we will get here 5 volt. Hi, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to trace voltage in the 3 volt 5 volt circuit. You know that the 3 volt 5 volt circuit is one of the most important circuit in every laptop motherboard. So without these two voltages, 3.3 volt and 5 volt, the motherboard cannot work. I will show you the proof. So I told you before that the 3.3 volts always and 5 volt always are the main important voltages in every motherboard. So without it, the motherboard will stop working, definitely. I'll show you how. This is the proof over here. So here we have 3.3 volt, as you can see here. So let's see the IC that generates this 3.3 volt. Okay, so we have this control IC, as you can see, it generates this 3.3 volt always. So, and based on this voltage, as you can see, all these voltages are generated. Okay, so we have here 3.3 volt that will be applied to all these circuits, as you can see. Then the circuits will generate these voltages and these voltages. So the same for 5 volt always. Let's see 5 volt always, as you can see over here. So we have plus 5 volt always. So this IC generate plus 5 volt always after receiving the 19 volts from power SRC, and then plus 5 volt always will be the source of all these voltages, as you can see, and these voltages. That's why I told you, if you understand the 3 volt 5 volt circuit, you can't understand and repair any motherboard you have. Because, for example, if the power for USB, as you can see, we have here plus USB. Okay, here this is the first port. Here we have the second port. If you have, for example, the USB power is missing, it could be, for example, this IC, or it could be the origin or the source. The 5 volt is missing. So the same thing for 3.3 volts. If, for example, the LCD VDD is missing, as you can see here, we have LCD means for the monitor, for the screen is missing. So it could be the 3.3 volt is missing. That's why I told you that the most important voltage is 3.3 volt and 5 volt always. So let's go back to our schematic. So in order to generate this voltage over here, we should get first the input voltage. As you can see, 19 volts. Okay, we should get first the input voltage, 19 volts. Okay, then this 19 volt will pass here through these ceramic capacitors. This is ceramic capacitors. Okay, this is its characteristic here. Always for ceramic capacitor you will find two characteristics: the voltage and farad. It could be in microfarad or picofarad. That's why we called it sometimes PF capacitors, because usually its capacity is in picofarad. So the voltage will pass through these capacitors in order to remove the noise, and then goes directly to this MOSFET. Here we have the drain, 4 pins connected together. This MOSFET will receive the control signal from this IC, the control IC. Then the voltage will pass to this place, the source of this MOSFET. Of course, here we have 19 volt, here we will get 3.3 volt, because this is a voltage regulator. Then 3.3 volt will go directly in this direction, passing through the inductor in order to increase the current, the power or the resistance, the current sense resistors in order to adjust the current, and the electrolytic capacitor in order to make the current a continuous voltage. Okay, so the same working principle for 5 volt. Here we have 5 volt. So we have 19 volt. It will pass through this capacitor, then goes to the drain of this MOSFET. This MOSFET will receive here the control signal, okay, in its gate, and then the voltage will pass here. We will get here 5 volt, because this is a voltage regulator that transforms 19 volt to 5 volt, 19 volt to 5 volt. So then 19 volt to 5 volt. Then the 5 volt will pass through the inductor, through the current sense resistor, and through this capacitor. Here the voltage or the current will be increased. Here the current will be adjusted. Here the voltage will be filtered to be a continuous voltage. And this and this are for protection. Always when you find a diode, the diode is for protection, exactly like a fuse. Okay, so the diode has some limitation in terms of current and voltage. When the current increases above the limitation of diode, the diode will burn out and will be shorted to the ground, and then we will protect the circuit here and also the circuit here. Okay, so this is basically how you can trace the power or the voltage into 3 volt, 5 volt circuit. And of course, the first two steps that you should pay attention to is you should get first the input voltage, 19 volt, and you should get these two control signal. The gate of this MOSFET should receive the control signal. Of course, this MOSFET also, don't forget this MOSFET. This MOSFET also receive the control signal in the same time, but there is a slight difference, because these two MOSFETs, this one and this one, are connected to the ground, as you can see. So here these two MOSFETs are connected to the ground because the voltage cannot be the right voltage. Here, for example, we should get 3.3 volt, but if we get more than 3.3 volt, for example 4 volt, this one should adjust the voltage and eliminate the extra voltage and connect it to the ground. Okay, so I hope that you understand a little bit about 3 volt 5 volt circuit, how to trace the voltage into 3 volt 5 volt circuit. And as I told you before, please don't neglect the 3 volt 5 volt circuit. The motherboard, for me, the main important circuit in the motherboard is 3 volt 5 volt circuit, because based on these two voltages, the other voltages, all voltages, about 80% of voltages of the motherboard are developed based on 3.3 volt and 5 volt onwards. That's why I make many videos about the circuit because the circuit is a very important circuit. So thank you very much, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, share the video for other people like you, okay? And please don't forget to like the video. Your likes really motivate me to create more videos for you. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. And of course, for anyone who wants to join me in the Patreon page, you are very welcome. I can find for you any schematic you want because I find some schematics on the internet for free and I post it in my Patreon page, and I buy others with my money and I post it and upload it in my Patreon page for free for you. So you are very welcome in my Patreon page, and thank you very much.